Let me start with the number 1.5 lakh crore. That's 1,50,000 crore rupees just lying around unclaimed. Not stolen, not lost, simply forgotten. To give you perspective, if this 1.5 lakh crore was sitting in a simple savings account earning 4% interest, it would generate 16.5 crores every single day. Now, where is this money? It's in the bank accounts that no one touched for years. In mutual funds where investors never collected their redemption money. In shares that families don't even know they own. In post office schemes, insurance policies, EPF accounts, all quietly piling up. That's India's hidden economy of forgotten money. And today, we are going to talk about what exactly this means and how you can check if some of that forgotten money might actually be yours or your family's. Let's start with banks. As of July 2025, Indian banks, both public and private, hold 67,000 crore worth of unclaimed deposits. Now, unclaimed doesn't mean lost. It means savings and current accounts that haven't been operated for at least 10 years or fixed deposits that no one touched or renewed after maturity. It could be something as simple as you moved cities and forgot to close your old account. You changed your number or PAN and the bank couldn't reach you, or the saddest one, a family member passed away and no one knew the account existed. This money eventually gets transferred to the Depositor Education and Awareness Fund under the Reserve Bank of India. The good news, you can still claim it anytime. To help with this, RBI launched something called as Udgam, short for Unclaimed Deposits Gateway to Access Information. Here's how it works. You log in, enter the name of the account holder, the bank name, and one ID detail like PAN, voter ID, or date of birth. As of now, Udgam covers 30 banks, including all major ones. But be patient. Sometimes the OTP takes time to arrive, and you can't claim money directly on the platform. Once you find the account, you will need to visit or contact the bank to start the claim process. Let me share one pro tip. If you don't know which bank the deposit was in, just don't guess. Just select all the banks while searching. Now, let's move on to mutual funds. You might think, how can someone forget their mutual fund money? It happens more often than you could imagine. Maybe a redemption check got lost in the mail, or the bank details changed after marriage, or maybe the investor passed away and the nominee never knew about it. According to SEBI's annual report for FY 24-25, there's about 3,500 crore worth of unclaimed money in mutual funds. Whenever dividends or redemption amounts stay unclaimed for more than 90 days, mutual fund houses transfer them into special unclaimed plans. For example, you will find names like Invesco India's Liquid Fund Unclaimed Redemption above 3 years, or Invesco India Liquid Fund Unclaimed Dividend below 3 years. These are basically safe, low-risk liquid fund accounts where your unclaimed money sits until you or your nominee comes forward. To make it easier for investors, SEBI launched a new platform called Mitra, short for Mutual Fund Investment Tracing and Retrieval Assistant. You just need your PAN, registered email or mobile number, and your address. The portal then checks across the fund houses to see if any money is linked to you. Keep in mind, Mitra allows only a limited number of searches per day, and even failed searches count. So make sure your details are accurate before trying. If you don't find anything there, try the RTA, Registrar and Transfer Agent websites like CAMS or KFintech. You can generate a consolidated account statement. It shows every mutual fund linked to your PAN across all AMCs. Here is another pro tip. For older mutual funds that merge or were acquired by other AMCs, detail might not appear easily. In such cases, it's best to contact the RTA or the successor AMC directly. And now, let's talk about the trickiest one, unclaimed shares and dividends. As of December 2023, more than 1.4 billion shares worth around 65,000 crores were unclaimed, plus another 6,000 crore in unclaimed dividends. Here's how it happens. If you don't claim your dividend for 7 consecutive years, the company is required by law to transfer not just your dividend, but also your underlying shares to the Investor Education and Protection Fund, which is managed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. You still legally own it, but to get it back, you have to prove it's yours. To check if you have any unclaimed shares or dividends, you'll need to create an account on the IEPF website. You can search using your PAN, name, or company name. If your shares are in demat form, you will need the demat account number. If they were physical, you will need the old folio number printed on the share certificates. Now, this process can test your patience. Sometimes, if your name appears differently, say your middle name or surname is swapped, your search might return no results. Try different combinations, and even then, some results may not show up at all. Also, you can't search unlimited times a day. There's a restriction. A simpler way, visit the company's own website. Every listed company publishes a list of investors whose dividends or shares have been transferred to IEPF. You can also contact their RTA directly. That's often faster. But once you find these details, claiming them back is a long process. So yes, it's possible, but patience is the key. You can get more such insightful stories and perspectives every week in our newsletter, Mind Over Markets. Now, you might wonder, how can people forget about their own money? It's not carelessness. It's usually a mix of not updating details after a name or address change, multiple bank accounts and investments scattered over time, no nomination added, and most importantly, lack of communication within the families. In many cases, after someone's death, their family has no idea what account, shares, or investments exist. That's why unclaimed money keeps piling up, not because it's untraceable, but because it's invisible to those who should know it exists. So now, quickly understand a few things that you need to remember. Number one, many investors believe that you do not need a demat account to invest in mutual funds, and technically, that is correct. However, there are strong reasons why investing through a demat account can be smarter. First, it gives you consolidation. Instead of logging into multiple AMC portals, you can see all your investments across fund houses in a single place alongside your stocks, ETFs, and bonds. Number two, it can reduce your costs. When you invest in direct plans through a demat account, the expense ratio is lower compared to those regular plans. And number three, succession becomes simpler. If something happens to you, your nominee can access all investments smoothly through the broker. When investments are spread across AMCs, the process can be scattered, time-consuming, and more difficult for your family. See, whether you invest directly with AMC or via your demat account, make sure you register a nominee. It ensures your wealth is transferred to the rightful person without unnecessary complications. Next is maintain a simple list of your accounts and investments. Even a handwritten note that your family knows about can make a difference. Number three, whenever you change your number, email, or bank, make sure your investments reflect that. And lastly, if you inherit assets, don't assume they are all in one place. Cross-check old statements, checks, and tax returns. They can lead you to forgotten investments. Coming to the end, the good news is that the government is aware of the problem. The Ministry of Finance, RBI, SEBI are working towards making the process simpler, maybe even creating a single integrated platform in the future where you can search across banks, mutual funds, shares, insurance, and EPF all in one go. But until that happens, these individual platforms, Udgam, Mitra, and IEPF are your best bets. I hope you like this video. See you in the next one. Until then, happy investing.